this is June because I was born in June. Oh my God, today is a very, very special episode we have because I am having Spencer in the club. Yay! Hey, Spencer.
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah, it's going good. Thank you so much for being on our amazing entrepreneur show today. So, guys, if let's say you do not know Spencer, Spencer is a full-time affiliate marketer and course creator, and he quit his job 3 years ago and has never ever looked back. And his wife probably would be very happy. And then since then, he has helped dozens of other entrepreneurs to do the same. Hi, Spencer.
Hello, how are you?
Yeah, I'm doing good in Malaysia here. How about you?
Doing good in Utah.
Okay, Spencer, like your story and your YouTube channel is very, very interesting. It's one of the channel I will always go back. Can you tell us like how you get started on this journey?
Yeah, because I can remember it really well. It was the book Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki that brought me into it all. So at the time I was actually living in Hawaii, and it's funny living in Utah. I've never struggled to get a job. This is when I was in high school and college. It was like getting a job was so easy. Go just put in like 2 resumes and one of them you'll get it. It just didn't seem like a hard thing to me. When we moved to Hawaii, my plan was just to get a job. My wife was working, and I was like, I'll get a job in a week or two, and we'll roll with it. And I never got a job. Like, it was so much harder for me to get a job there for whatever reason, cultural, or maybe they just didn't like something the way I looked. I don't know, but I couldn't get this job at all in Hawaii. I couldn't get a job at like a hardware store, a fast food restaurant. Like, could not find one, and so it left me at home all day long alone. Like, we were living with my wife's parents for the 4 months that we lived there, and they both had jobs, so they'd go teach at the local college. My wife would go teach at elementary school. All the kids would go off to school, and then it was like Spencer, it's like 8 a.m. and I'm like, I'm all alone in this house. Everyone thinks I'm like the biggest bum in the world, Like, I'm sure they're all like, man, he just sits at home all day. And so I was like, I've got to do something to make some money so I could say I contributed something to this cause, So that's when I started looking like how to make money online, how to make money, how to make more money, just things like that into Google. And I came across the book Rich Dad Poor Dad and ended up reading that on a beach in Hawaii. And it's funny because he's actually from Hawaii, but
I didn't know that.
Yeah, the whole book takes place in one of the islands of Hawaii. So I read that, and that was the most eye-opening book I've ever read. And if I read it today, I might be like, that's not that eye-opening, that's how I think. That's kind of like my standard way of thought now. But when I first read it, it was just like, whoa! Like, there are people that don't go to college, or that that don't go to work every day from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Their entire life, and then retire at 65. And it might sound crazy, but just kind of the way I was raised and the community I was raised in, these weren't really options that people talked about, and so I didn't know they existed. And so that was when I I didn't know about affiliate marketing. I didn't know about online marketing really, or anything at that point. All I knew was that there was a better route than retiring at 70 after going 40 years of work and 8 years of college. And so that was my trajectory shift. And I'm sure I talked my wife's ear off about it, and she was like, no, what book did you read? We're doomed. But it changed my whole shift. And then from there, I started stock market and real estate, and I struggled with those and blogging. But that shift brought me into affiliate marketing at some point. And then obviously, that was my first and my biggest success, and what I've spent all my time focusing on since I found out about it.
When was that? Like three and a half years ago?
Yeah, so I found out about it. I had a coworker that had a job I was at that was really, he was really being successful with a really bad blog. It was a vacuum cleaner review blog. So I saw his blog, and it bothered me that he made so much money from this blog. It's just really ugly, and it was boring. Like, who reviews vacuum cleaners? And so that was when I was like, okay, I've been trying a lot of ways to make money, haven't been doing great. He's succeeding with this, and it doesn't seem like he's that great at at it. Turns out he was really good at it, and I was a little prideful there. But it got me into trying things out, and for almost a year it was it was nothing. It was no money, and then I talk a lot about how just boom, it was like something clicked, things started to work out, and then it was like me chasing my business. I'm still chasing my business, like trying to keep up with it.
I have one question. A lot of people, like, let's say the old Spencer 2.5 years ago, right? Mm-hmm. Can you believe what you are doing right now? It's real. Like, will you be able to believe, like, if let's say it's 3.5 years ago?
No, like the plan was never definitely this. In fact, I thought I was like, it'd be worth it if I can just be free. We can be poor and barely scrape by, but it'll be worth it not to have a job. And that was kind of how I thought it would be with me. I never envisioned like any of this happening, and especially when I read that book, Robert Kiyosaki's book, it was like real estate was behind the scenes stuff. And then even when I got into affiliate marketing, like the guy that's got a vacuum cleaner review blog is not an influencer, right? He's like he's doing his thing, making his money, but I never would have thought that I would have had ears to an audience, or like I would have had people's ears and an audience. That was never like my intention. That kind of just happened as the ball rolled.
Okay, and then will be the next question for me will be like, you appear in so many different channels. You have like YouTube, you have like TikTok, you have vlogs and everything. So which one would you suggest our audience out there who are just starting out to start with?
I love them all, and I'm going to give you specific. I'm going to identify specific audience members and tell them how they specifically should. So if you're looking to make money like fast today, next month or something like that, TikTok is crazy right now. You can start a brand new TikTok account and blow it up to 100,000 followers and make thousands of dollars all within a month or two. Like very, very possible on TikTok. Now that being said, if you're like, hey, I've got a long-term dream of passive income. I don't care if I work all year and don't make a penny, as long as next year and in following years I'm going to be building this passive income. I would say YouTube or blog. And then you just need to pick, am I a writer or am I a video guy, right? Just pick one of the two. They're fairly similar. I like YouTube a lot more. But that's the mindset you need to have. Don't start YouTube if you think that you need money, in 30 days, because you're just going to end up falling out of it. Start YouTube if you think, hey, I can make 4 videos a week for 50 weeks and not make a penny and be okay with that.
So how about blogs and Facebook and other social media platforms?
Yeah, so like Facebook, I don't love Facebook at all. I have a Facebook group, but like other than that, Facebook is saturated. Ads are always more expensive on Facebook. Facebook has really gotten good at saying, hey, if you want us to promote you in any way, you've got to pay us. And so I wouldn't make Facebook your place unless you're just marketing to your friends. You're doing like organic marketing to your friends. And you don't want to build like an email list and all that, then I guess it's okay to do Facebook. As far as all the other platforms, like I think TikTok and Instagram are fairly similar, but TikTok's new and it beats Instagram because it's newer, it's easier to go viral, things like that. What are the other, any other, what was the other platform you talked about?
When did you started, when you started 3.5 years ago, you started with YouTube or blog first? Which one you started with?
So I started with a blog and I did really bad at it. So then I moved on to Instagram and I did really bad at it. And then I kind of accidentally stumbled upon YouTube. Like really, it was just a total accident that I even uploaded my video to YouTube. It wasn't made for YouTube, but I did it and the video blew up. And so YouTube was actually my third thing that I tried, and I wasn't really even trying until I saw success on YouTube and then said, holy cow, if I can see success on accident on YouTube, I'm gonna go all in on YouTube.
That's awesome. Like, okay, so I also overheard that you are launching something like recently. It's a software, it's called Affiliate Linker Pro, right?
Yep.
Can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, so obviously I've been an affiliate for 3.5 years now, and you kind of learn a lot, and you have a lot of issues with things as you go, and you're like, so about 2 years ago, I was like, I'm struggling to like keep track of all my affiliate links. I'm struggling to see where my clicks are coming from. And so like one of my big problems was I'd put all these links out when I first started, right, on YouTube and Instagram and blogs and stuff. And so I was getting kind of these sales trickling in, and I was like, I literally don't even know where these sales are coming from. Like it's great that they're coming in, but like, where should I focus? What's working for me? And it really bothered me. And so that was an issue. Another issue was everyone's like, the big thing is like Facebook retargeting, right? It's so easy, just retarget the people that come to your products. And I was like, well, that doesn't work. I'm an affiliate marketer. I can't retarget people. And then I ran into other issues, like I'd go back and look at an affiliate link I posted a year ago and it was broken, right? The program had removed the link.
No.
It's like, I'm still sending you free traffic, and it's so frustrating. Anyway, this tool, that's a WordPress plugin, solves all of that. So it lets you do Facebook retargeting to anyone that clicks any affiliate link. It lets you manage all your affiliate links and see where all of your clicks are coming from. It lets you, it warns you when there's links that have gone down and aren't making you money anymore. So all these things that I've started to see happen and had issues with, I basically solved all my problems in my own custom plugin. And then 6 months ago, all these people are like, what is that you're using? You know? And I was like, oh, that's a good question. Do you want access to it? And they're like, yes. And I was like, okay, well, I've got to make it a little better. It's like kind of cheesy right now because I just built it for me. And anyway, I spent the last 6 months, I hired a really good developer who could package it up in a nice, clean package for anybody. And this is launch week for that.
Wow, that's awesome. So for this, right, it's suitable for who will be suitable other than affiliate marketers? Will be entrepreneurs and coaches? Will it be suitable for them?
So it's geared towards affiliate marketers, so they could easily use it to track their link clicks, you know, as you put links out on the internet to see where your clicks are coming from. For example, I could make a YouTube video or something like that. I could go post that YouTube video. I could send an email with the YouTube video, and then I could go post a link to it on TikTok and Quora and a bunch of other places. And what my plugin will do is it will tell you where all that's coming from. So it'll say, hey, your YouTube video was watched, you know, your efforts brought in 500 views, 400 of them were from your own email list, 20 of them were from Facebook and stuff like that. So it can still help in that. It can still help you retarget, but it's not built necessarily for those people.
Okay, sure. So it will be very much of anyone out there, if let's say you're an affiliate marketers and you have the same problem like Spencer, like, you know, even myself, I had the problem as well. Like I get sales, but then I do not know where they come from. You probably want to track that. And definitely Spencer right now is having this affiliate linker pro is definitely one of the software that can totally solve your issues. And then also I heard that you kind of like tie it with this, we know that One Funnel Away Challenge 2.0 is on live. You kind of tie these two things together, right? So what's the offer that you have for our audience out there?
Yeah, it's kind of a funny decision, but right before we launched ClickFunnels, which many of you guys are aware of, they're doing a live launch of One Funnel Away again. They redid it all for this year, and they're having Russell Brunson do the live launch himself. So he's going to be teaching live, which is a really cool opportunity for a lot of people. And so they reached out and said, hey, can you promote it? And I was like, well, I'm already promoting my own launch that week of the software. And we decided to just tie them in together. And so if you buy the One Funnel Away Challenge for $97 with the link, June will have one down below, I'm sure. You buy the One Funnel Away Challenge with that link, not only do you get the awesome new version of One Funnel Away with lives with Russell Brunson, but I'm giving you the plugin completely for free, lifetime access. And so it was kind of a fun way to tie it in and still make a similar amount of money while also, you know, getting people into the OFA world, which is incredibly helpful.
That is awesome. So guys, if let's say you haven't really went through One Funnel Away Challenge, or if let's say you have already participated in One Funnel Away Challenge already, this is really an awesome deal, because what me and Spencer have come up is that you can go click on the link down below, you buy the One Funnel Away Challenge from the link down below, and then you're able to get Spencer Affiliate Linker Pro for free for a lifetime. Like this is one of the best deals ever coming out from Spencer actually. So okay, so back to our topic, right? Let's say for someone who are just starting out, like they have no idea what to do online, what would be your top 3 advice for them?
So first one would be to focus on one traffic source. So whether you're a drop shipper, a coach, an affiliate marketer, whatever it is, you need to master one traffic source and you'll make money for the rest of your life. If you can master a source of traffic, you won't have any problem. You know, you can change what product you sell, you can change what kind of marketer you are. If you've mastered a traffic source, you'll never have issues for the rest of your life. And so pick one, whether it's YouTube, Facebook, organic, paid, whatever it is, pick one, master it. And when I say master, like don't take a course, watch a few YouTube videos and go for it. Like truly spend a year getting so confident that you can confidently tell anybody, like, yes, I could absolutely make money using that source and grow an audience on that source. And when you get to that point, you'll be successful. And where most people fail is they spend like 2 months figuring out YouTube. They put out 5 YouTube videos and they're like, I'm going to give TikTok a try because I saw this live. And so they put 10 videos on TikTok. They get like 50 followers and they're like, I feel like I get it. I watched a YouTube video on how the TikTok algorithm works. Why are my videos not blowing up? TikTok is not for me. And they move on again. And it's because they're just not mastering. Like I'm like 3.5 years into YouTube and I'm still like mastering it and feeling like I'm still learning and understanding that algorithm a little better. And so one, master a traffic source and focus all you've got on that. 2, Don't get stuck in the learning cycle. So spend half your time learning, half your time applying what you learn. And that's within like a week. Like, don't let a week go by where you didn't learn something, and try to actually apply it, right? If you learned something about how to make a better YouTube video, go out and make a YouTube video and try to apply that. If you learned how to make a better landing page, go build that landing page and see if you can get some traffic to it. Like, don't get stuck in this learning cycle that a lot of people do, where it's just like, this is awesome, I'm learning so much, but they're not.
Do that thing.
Yeah, they don't get the growth comes not from the learning, but from the applying. Like, that's where you really lock it in and really learn it. So that's the second one. And the third one is, oh boy, the question for people that are starting out, right? Best 3 tips of advice for people that are starting out.
Best 3 tips advice. You can only give 3 tips. Yeah.
Man, I wish I could just give 2, because if you do those 2, you're going to be successful. But the third one is probably know your audience. Like I thought this was stupid when I first started. I was like, that's dumb. Building an avatar, right? Like, figuring out exactly who your audience is, naming somebody, that's all dumb. I get it. No, go build out your audience. Like, go know exactly who you're speaking to in every, whenever you go live, or you write a post or an email or whatever it is. Have built out this audience to where you know the exact person, you know how old they are, how much money they have, if they have kids, all that stuff. And it'll change the tone of your writing, and it'll make it so that you're able to connect with the people that you really should be connecting with, and the people that don't, aren't really that core audience, aren't going to connect with you, which is great. You can just have a core audience of people that love you and are all really cohesive and niche.
That is really awesome, Spencer. Thank you so much for your top 3 advice that I give to our entrepreneurs out there. So if, let's say, any of you guys have already go to check out the One Funnel Away 2.0, feel free to actually check the link down below. And if, let's say, you get it from this link, you're able to get this Affiliate Linker Pro as a lifetime access. So I think that's about it. Like, okay, so Spencer, like, can you tell us, like, what will you be going to focus in the next, like, 1 month or 2 months or so as a closure?
Yeah. Oh man. The 2 big things are I love YouTube, and I really want to blow up. My current YouTube channel is about 50,000 subscribers. I'd like to double that in the next few months and start another YouTube channel and do the same thing with that, just to kind of prove that it's possible with more than just one lucky channel. The second thing is I've got my training, Affiliate Secrets 2.0, that I've sold for about 1.5 years now, and I'm in the middle of completely refilming everything from scratch, starting over on that course, and I'll launch that in a few months again. And it's basically everything I've learned and all of the templates that I'm using for stuff and all of the hacks and stuff that I'm using to do what I do, all in one ginormous training. So that'll relaunch in a few months as well.
Awesome. So we really excited to get started with the Affiliate Secret 2.0 as well. So guys, if let's say you're interested, you can check it out in the link down below as well. So thank you so much, Spencer, for spending your time with us today with all the top 3 tips and advice for our entrepreneurs.
Yeah, thank you for letting me on.
Thank you so much. Take care. Bye.
I'll see you.